day 2 of the impeachment trial of VP Sara Duterte, and joining us tonight is an experienced lawyer and advocate. Welcome once again to the big story. We have Attorney Dino De Leon. Okay, day 2. What's your assessment of the performance or the presentation of the prosecution of the first witness?
Well, I consider it as a major win right from the very start because when I say a major win, it's because nagkaroon na ng trial eh. Di ba? Right from the very start.
Yun na nga yung parang, we all thought it would never happen.
Correct. Last year pa lang, the strategy of the defense, which is why they filed multiple reliefs, so all the way up to the Supreme Court, is to prevent the introduction of evidence. And right now, we're seeing evidence firsthand. And nakikita na ng publiko, so I think it's a major win. That's first. Second, even in the initial exchanges, opening statement pa lang yesterday, all the way up to now, makikita mo na yung premonition, no, ng strategy ng both sides. Ang strategy kahapon sa opening statement pa lang is, ito yung paratang, ito yung mga ebidensya, ultimately, anong klaseng bansa ba ang gusto natin? Anong klaseng bansa ba ang makikita ng ating mga anak, ang mga susunod na henerasyon? Yun ang sabi ni Congresswoman Jervil. Yung kabila, I am uncertain, and I'm sure you took down notes, I am uncertain what is the strategy. But basically, ang nakuha ko doon kahapon pa lang ay dalawang bagay. Una, 32 million votes na nagboto dito. Eh, that is not the issue, di ba? The issue is whether or not 32 million nga yung bumoto. Ang question is, binetray ba yung boto na yun? Di ba? So, yun yung issue. And yung pangalawa is the burden of evidence, the burden of proof is supposedly with the prosecution. Pero ang telling sa akin, hindi man lang sinabi ng depensa na inosente yung kliyente nila. Not a single instance did they say and look everyone in the eye na inosente ang kliyente namin. Pasensya ka na, Cesa, kasi ako, I've been in practice for more than a decade. Nung si Laila de Lima, kliyente ko, una namin sinabi kaagad sa lahat sa sambayan ng Pilipino, inosente siya. And we looked everyone, all the accusers in the eye and said, inosente si Laila de Lima. Hindi nag-absent si Laila de Lima kahit na isang trial. Why? Because she's innocent. So nagtataka lang ako kung bakit hindi man lang inarticulate na our client is innocent. So sa akin medyo telling yun no. Ang nakita natin is puro technical, no? Dapat right from the very start last year ito pa rin yung pinigilan na nga to ng Supreme Court, di ba? And et cetera. So yung technical na yon, I feel like honestly, no, as a regular lawyer, practicing lawyer, it may be ill-advised. You know why? Nakakalimutan siguro na sui generis kasi ang impeachment. Kung ordinaryong korte ito, naiintindihan ko pa eh. Pero nagmumukha kasi every single time kanina object ng object, walang tigil. Kahit na ang liliit na bagay, para kasing may tinatago yung optics-wise. So, I see the point na litigators itong mga ito. Pero maybe what they're forgetting is sui generis ang impeachment. At every single time na nagmumukha silang balakid, nagmumukha sila lalong may tinatago as opposed to explaining why they are innocent.
Pero trabaho yan ng defense eh. Di ba? Na pigilan yung ebidensyang, I mean, that's their role.
Well,
that's
ako, depende
what they will
siguro.
try to do.
Depende.
Paano
kasi,
dapat?
Sa akin kasi kung, well, innocente ba? Hindi ko makita kung ano yung ebidensya na meron sila eh. Siguro sa aking palagay, hindi ganun yung pagka-execute ko. Ito lang kanina, Ces, Nagtataka lang ako kung bakit. And tama yung ruling ni Senate Presiding Officer Jesus Escudero.
Nagugulat ka ba kay Senate?
Nagugulat naman,
Okay.
pleasantly. Meron rin mga iblang nag-disagree ako. Pero overall, okay naman yung pagka-preside niya. No? Ang sabi sabi nila, nag-o-object about, let's say, for example, yung original ba to? Hindi. Eh, meron kasing proper time din.
Parang may mga marking na hindi naman dapat.
Correct.
Ganun.
Eh, may proper time kasi yun. Ang proper time nun is pag nag-formal offer of evidence, pag magre-rest na yung case. Sa akin lang, ako lang as a lawyer, I don't raise those points nang nagpe-presenta pa yung prosecution kasi nire-remind ko pa sa kanila ng homework nila eh. Pwede pa nila i-correct eh. Pag tapos na sila lahat, that's when you point out what are the things na hindi nila naipakita. So yun, I agree naman sa'yo na trabaho nila yon. I would have just executed it otherwise. And I am uncertain what is the game plan no, ng defense dito. Hindi ko alam, mahirap siguro yung kaso. Pero right from the very start, if innocente, I will articulate it. At least that's gonna be my overall strategy if I'm in the defense.
All right. Now, VP Sara may be called in. Attorney Lorna Kapunan, counsel to the prosecution, stood up and said she may be called in as a hostile witness. But before this, she appeared. She appeared and issued this very short statement. What do you make of that?
I was in the Senate nung dumating siya eh.
you were
Kakarating ko lang, no? Nagkasalubong nga kami eh. And then ang una kong naisip, again, as a, as a citizen of this country,
Wow.
mag-e-explain na rin siya. No? And
That was your initial
That was my
reaction.
initial point, no? Actually, dapat nga hindi tayo napapawaw kasi minimum expectation naman yung naharapin mo yung proseso, no? Pero
No,
dahil,
because by all indications, she really made it appear na she wasn't
hindi nga
going.
eh. Oo. So nagsabi ko, ayun, mag-explain na siya. And then finally, we deserve this kasi deserve ng taong bayan ng explanation. Di ba? Pero unfortunately, hindi nangyari yon. And then 5 minutes lang. And then natuwa pa ako dun sa 5 minutes na wala pa nga 5 minutes yung statement niya, one-liner, di ba? In this bloodbath, my head is bloodied but unbowed. Di ba? Nasa Invictus yan eh. Alam naman natin yung tula na yan eh. Ang na-miss niya siguro doon sa tula is under the bludgeonings of chance. My head is bloodied but unbowed. Eh, hindi to bludgeonings ng chance eh. 'Di ba? Hindi ito dahil sa pagkakataon lang ng mundo. Ang nagpukol nito sa sarili niya mismo eh. Kasi nga yung first evidence kanina is siya na nagmumura-mura, naglilisik yung mata at sinabi, nagkontrata na siya ng assassin. So I would have to respectfully disagree with the reference, no. Under the bludgeonings of chance, I don't think this is chance. Siya mismo nagproduce ng ebidensya.
But she wanted that statement as against, because she expected na ipapakita yung mga previous niyang pagbabanta, di ba? So, I think I don't know, what's the strategy there?
Ako nga eh, ill-advised. If I will be counsel, I would
Why?
be very much uncomfortable with the reference to
Of
bloodbath.
bludgeoning. Oo.
And bludgeoning. Kasi
It's all about so bloody.
correct.
It's
Ebidensya.
violent.
Ang first nga na pinipresenta is yung overall fitness niya. And ang pinapakita, nananapak siya ng sheriff, nagsasabi ng kontrata na siya ng assassin. Tapos ang una mong sasabihin, bloodbath. I feel like the referencing and even the overall optics of that is not good. Kasi ang packaging, ang strategy ng prosecution dito, says kung nakita mo, ito ba ang klase ng gusto nating leader? Kaya nga ang sinabi nung unang-una pa lang sa opening ni Defensor,
Yes.
Congressman Defensor, may mga bata. May mga bata na nagiging kriminal because these are the things that they're seeing. Tapos ang referencing mo, bloodbath. I think honestly, if
have a
I will be
point.
counsel,
But
I will
she
be
looked
uncomfortable.
very pleasant, I have to say. It was a fetching hairdo, and she looked, she was smiling.
Maganda na nga sana yun na pleasant. Bakit pa bloodbath ang sasabihin?
Oo nga,
No?
sabagay.
Pleasant
Sige.
na nga yung packaging di ba? Para contrary to what happened. Because they will already show the evidence na nalilisik yung mata niya, na madilim yung background. Okay na sana yung pleasant pero yung referencing pa rin na bloodbath, I feel like it is ill-advised.
Okay. Now, let's go to the opening of the BIR box being returned to the BIR, which observers saw as parang a failure of the prosecution to kind of. They didn't even put it they didn't even put it in the pretrial order, right?
Well, maayos sa akin
Bakit
yung ruling na
hindi?
yun. Sa akin, maayos
Talaga?
yung ruling na yun kasi ang sinabi lang naman nila, it's not yet time. You can subpoena it. Kasi ang ginawa ng prosecution is turn over na yung box.
Oh, yun na nga.
Nung pag-turn over ng box, ang sabi ng impeachment court, ng presiding
namin
officer,
yan.
ano namin yan, wala pa naman So, hindi pa yan under custodial So, ibalik muna natin, ngayon, pagka prinisinta nyo na yung witness na mag-identify niyan, that's the time maybe that we can subpoena it, and that's the time that we will confront the question.
Was the strategy not to put it because the defense will object, and so they were avoiding that?
Well, kasi hindi pa nila alam kung ano nakalagay sa box, di ba? Mahirap naman kasi maglagay ka na hindi pala. So, pabuksan muna natin. And then, it will be up to the prosecution
I
to
see.
decide by then whether or not they will mark it as evidence.
Attorney Cayosa said yesterday on the big story na the president can order the BIR.
Correct. If I'm not
Should he?
mistaken, 71 yata, Section 71 of the National Internal Revenue Code, no? Ang nakalagay kasi doon is, pagka under investigation, the President can authorize, no?
And merong jurisprudence on that in several cases. So,
And tsaka public documents itong mga
But
to,
should
Ses.
he?
Well, that wisdom is up to the president, no? If I were the president, ako lang kasi ang kalkulasyon ko lang naman, Ses, di ba? Alam ko naman, intindihan ko naman yung mga practical, pero I'm not that type of a person. The first question is this the right thing to do? And
The political
ultimately,
repercussions
hindi
as
na naman siya re-electionist, eh.
No,
Di ba?
bakit?
Kaya nga, yan nga yung wisdom
Oo
behind
nga.
why we only have one 6-year
True.
term. So that the president will not be compelled to always choose between politics and practicality over and above what is right, no? So sa akin, ang lagi lang, ano bang tama dito? Ang tama dito, karapatan ng taong bayan malaman. Ano ba yung yaman mo?
Or-
at paano ba yan lumago?
Hindi ba sana incumbent upon the VP to open it?
Well, ang sabi naman nila sa rhetoric, 'di ba, pag walang tinatago, wala dapat ikatakot. So ako nga gusto mo, 'di ba, pag ako under investigation, buksan nyo. Wala akong tinatago 'di ba? Mahirap kasi 'yon, lalong-lalo na may Anti-Money Laundering Council report 6 billion ang labas-pasok na pera. So talagang kailangan makita nagma-match ba dun sa kanyang kanyang tax declarations.
Calling the VP as a hostile witness, how can the defense counter that? Talaga namang hindi pwedeng mag-testify against oneself ang isang tao.
In a criminal case. But in a civil case, kaya nga ako gusto ko, di dapat natin minamalit yung civil case. Meron akong mga client, sabi nila, ayoko ng civil lang, criminal lang. Sabi ko, teka lang, yung civil kasi, pwede kitang ipatawag at pwede kitang iupo sa witness stand. And when I ask questions that are incriminating, that's the only time that you invoke it. Pero in criminal cases, you really cannot,
I
you
see.
can really can force.
So you will invoke your right against
It's self-incrimination.
Really?
Magmumuka tuloy na may tinatago at totoo. Kasi nga,
So-
maka-incriminate ka doon sa sagot mo. No?
Okay, so
Tandaan natin and I just want to tell this to the public in
Okay.
particular, no? Hindi akusado si Sara Duterte, This is not a criminal case. She is a respondent,
She is
not
a
an
respondent.
accused. So ibig sabihin yung mga proteksyon na ina-accord sa akusado, hindi the same. Why? Because yung akusado, may karapatan yun, vested right yun to liberty. Pero walang vested right to public office. Ang importante sa public office is kailangan mong i-check yung continuing fitness ng tao na yon to remain in office.
right, she will not go to jail if convicted, just barred from holding public office.
Correct. And then kung meron incriminating questions, then she can plead that while on the witness stand.
But this will be subject to a vote by the impeachment court. I would
Yes.
think
And
so.
kaya ko lagi ko sinasabi na dapat hindi sila uncomfortable there kasi hindi akusado si Sara Duterte. Hindi nag-a-apply yung you cannot be forced to be a witness against yourself. That is only in criminal cases. In civil cases, ilang beses na ako
Oh, it
nagpatawag ng
doesn't
hostile witness.
apply. That's what the defense said in their press conference today. Yun ang sagot nila.
Correct. So, yung hostile witness, ilang beses na ako na ganyan. Says, in civil cases, in injunction cases, I call the opposing party and iuupo ko sa witness stand.
So she can be compelled
She
by
can
the
be as a
court.
hostile witness because this is not a
Okay.
criminal case.
Now let's go to the voting threshold, which Senator Ping brought up again. Is it now justiciable? Can it now be brought to the Supreme Court?
I believe so, no? Kasi sa aking palagay, di ba yung Avelino versus Cuenco, although ang dinidiscuss nun, quorum lamang eh. Pero sa akin kasi, nilagay talaga ng framers ng Constitution is not the absolute number of 16. It is 2/3 of something.
Of the members.
Of the members. And ang tanong, can they be considered as a member at this point in time? No? Lalong-lalo na ako suspended. Ang sure ako dito, Ses, is the Constitution never contemplated an instance wherein there is no accountability insofar as the highest officials of our land is concerned. Paano kung bumagsak yung aeroplano, siyam yung nalaglag? Ibig sabihin ba, namatay na senador, nakasakay sila lahat. Wala na, imposible na ba tayong makakaroon ng
Pero
impeachment?
namatay. Hindi na,
Exactly nga. So, ibig sabihin, paano kung nakasuhan siyam? Ibig sabihin ba, hindi na tayo pwede? Hindi sila namatay. Members of the Senate sila, pero
Yeah.
imposible pa rin. So, it's the same, no? Ultimately,
Okay.
dapat 24/7 ang pananagutan.
Pero when Senator Ping brought that up, it appeared that it's not a majority decision, but rather it was the presiding judge who said that it should be 16.
Yes, ang base kasi sa impeachment rules, no, if I'm not mistaken, ang pwede kasi mag-move for reconsideration yung judges doon sa presiding officer, but no one has moved for reconsideration. of that
Right,
ruling,
they were
right?
silent.
They were silent.
I suppose, why do you think? Were they waiting for the right time also to bring it up? Or because it would, go on and on.
Mahabang
and,
debate yan,
Oo,
una.
mahabang debate, hindi na
And
makakatayo.
pangalawa, siguro, ayaw na rin nila na, gusto na lang nila na-resolve na ng presiding officer para maging justiciable na, para Supreme Court na yung mag-decide. Di ba? Para hugas kamay din sila sa vote. That is a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah. Since it's justiciable already, then let the proper courts answer that question. We proceed here with the reception of evidence.
Okay. Now, where did the defense score naman? Ikaw naman, parang wala namang nagawang mabuti yung defense.
Ano lang ako ngayon? Well, mag-aantay tayo doon sa ebidensya nila. But
Or
for
cross bukas.
sa cross-examination, hindi pa naman eh.
Doon mo makikilatis.
Correct. Hindi pa naman nila time, in fairness. So, sa opening statements, I think
Yun lang,
nagkulang sila sa
nagkulang.
doon sa political side, nagmukha tuloy masyadong technical, hindi nakapag-communicate sa ordinaryong tao. Kanina, I feel like marami masyadong objections na nagmumukha tuloy may tinatago sila, pero hindi naman nakascore. Kung bibilangin mo, kung tatali mo parang halos lahat ng mga objections overruled. Wala nga ako narinig isa sustained eh.
Merong konti.
So, parang...
To a point na it seemed irritating already.
Correct.
But I guess you just have to.
Yeah.
But as you said, there's a better way of doing
But tomorrow, it's their time to shine. So let's take a look at the cross. I'm sure sila, competent yung mga lawyers nila. I'm sure na they will have a great cross. Pero sa akin nga, ang tendency kasi namin mga lawyers, pasensya na ha, is, syempre, pag litigator ka, parang kala mo korting-korte eh. Pero let's remember na this is not an ordinary impeachment court. And the moment na nagmumukha tayong aggressive, kung kakawawain niya yung witness tomorrow, for example, baka makakuha pa yun ng sentimiento
I
eh.
see.
Diba?
Baka mag-backfire.
Correct. So dapat tingnan natin yung optics side
It's
of
a
it.
fine line, ano? Kasi kanina, ang talumpati ni Congressman Defensor, alam mo yun, appealing to the
Very statesman.
heartstrings.
Very statesman. Ang
Very-
ganda pa ng boses.
Oo nga.
Diba?
Tapos, yung question ni Senator Risa, nag-trigger naman ng biglang parang closing statement ni Attorney Ligutan.
Oo.
Na maganda rin ang boses.
Maganda rin ang boses. At magaling. Magaling ha. Very seasoned kanina. No?
So, kailangan ganon? Kailangan yung medyo madrama?
Well, hindi naman madrama, pero definitely kailangan ay nakikipag-usap ka sa taong bayan. Hindi lamang sa judges, hindi lamang doon sa teknikalidad, no? Sa akin, kailangan malinaw kung bakit unacceptable ito eh. Hindi ko pa kasi maintindihan kung bakit, ang teorya ng depensa, kung bakit hindi dapat ito nangyayari. Considering the initial pieces of evidence na nangyari natin, wala pa akong nakikitang counter-narrative eh. So if I will be in the defense, kailangan ipakita ko ano yung case theory, anong game plan, anong comms plan, ano yung communication, and sa kaso ni Laila de Lima, inosente siya. Ano yung sa kanila? It cannot be 32 million ang
Well,
bumoto.
political persecution.
Kung political persecution, yun ang case theory. Pero hindi eh. Nagmumukhang sila pa yung galit eh. Nakukuha mo ako. Yung kay Laila de Lima, part yun ng aming case theory. Political persecution to at obvious. At naipakita yon sa lahat ng cross-examination, sa lahat ng appearances sa TV, sa lahat ng mga press releases, sa dispatches ni Laila na handwritten, nandun yon. Pero dito hindi ko pa maintindihan eh. Inaapi ba sila? O sila nang aapi? O sila pa ang galit? O sila ba may tinatago? I am still unsure whether ano yung
They're
communication line.
victims. They portray themselves as being victims.
We'll have to see. They're portraying themselves as victims, but they're not acting like one, di ba? Pag pumapasok doon, parang galit pa, bloodbath ang gusto. Yun eh. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. And overall, I feel na yung communication sa publiko nagkukulang.
Well, we thank you for your insights and being in the studio at that. That was Attorney Dino De Leon.